Hello, and welcome back to Cincom's MANTIS Studio. MANTIS Studio is an application developer suite for Mantis programming. This video will demonstrate how to use Mantis in the Eclipse IDE to export the Hello World web project as a web application repository file, or WAR file, import the WAR file, and then run it on your server. First, let's get clear on some terms. A web application is a group of HTML pages, JSP or JavaScript pages, servlets, resources, and source files, which can be managed as a single unit. This single unit can be referred to as a web application repository or WAR file, and this is a packaged web application. The Eclipse web development environment provides facilities for importing and exporting WAR files. Importing resources from a WAR file requires that you specify a web project. You can use existing projects or create them as you use the import wizard. Exporting resources to a WAR file requires only an export location and some optional settings. This Mantis deployment demo will show the mechanics of exporting the Hello World web project as a WAR file and then importing it. Typically, the developer exports the WAR file and sends the WAR file to the production app server administrator for the WAR file to be deployed according to shop standards. Our example will show the mechanics of exporting, importing, and then running our Hello World web on the server. Now, let's see a demo. Here we see the Eclipse IDE, and we are currently in the Mantis perspective, as is shown in the Perspectives tabs here. First, we must export the Mantis project. In the Navigator view, select the web project Hello World Web. In the main menu, select File and then Export. In the Export wizard, expand the web folder and then select WAR file and click Next. Select a folder where you want to save the WAR file. You will be importing from here later, so remember where you save it and then click Finished. Next, we import the Mantis Web WAR file. In the main menu, select File, and then Import. And in the Import wizard, expand the web folder. Select WAR file, click Next. For the WAR file field, select the WAR file that you exported in the previous step. The wizard assumes that you want to create a new web project with the same name as the WAR file. If you accept this choice, the project will be created with the same servlet version as specified by the WAR file and in the same location. If you want to override these settings, you can click New and specify your new settings in the Web Project wizard. We will use the defaults. Now click Finish to populate the web project. Notice that the WAR file project appears now in your Navigator view. Next, we can run the WAR file on the server. Select the WAR file in your Navigator view, and in the main menu, select Run, and then Run as Run on Server. If the Run on Server wizard appears, select the server that you assigned in the Import step and click Finish. A web browser appears in the editor view displaying the message, Hello, from an HTML Mantis web page. Congratulations! You have successfully imported a web WAR file and run it on your server. This illustrates that you can export and import any Mantis application to be run on any supported server. It's that easy, and it can do so much more. To find out more about Mantis Studio, visit our website at mantis.cincom.com.